Hello, ladies, gentlemen, others, and anyone I didn't cover in those three categories. I have been putting a bit of pressure on myself. Quite a lot of you know that recently, like in the last 3 weeks, I've had this like coaching deal, right? So you sign up, you get your 18 weeks instead of your usual 12. And I've done a whole bunch of content talking about this. I have like cranked out so much content. If you haven't been checking like my blog, for instance, if you haven't gone to my website, killyourinaloser.com in a little while, I've done like a video or an article a day every day for the last like 3 weeks. And I've done a podcast if you're not following my podcast. So that's over on Spotify or Apple, iTunes, wherever the hell you listen to stuff. I've done like separate content on the Spotify podcast every single day. I've been doing one of these videos every day, although I was already pretty much doing a video every day anyway, but I've been cranking out like videos. And in each one, I've been like talking about the coaching deal, moving people towards that, pushing people towards that. And today, this video is like the last day of the coaching deal. And I put such an insane amount of pressure on myself that I have like procrastinated doing this video for such a damn long time. Same with the podcast I did and the article that I wrote, all lined up for today. And I was putting all this pressure on myself that this has to be like the best coaching pitch ever, or like I have to do a great job like convincing people or encouraging people, whatever word you want to use, and telling everybody like how fucking fantastic the coaching is and all of that kind of stuff. And man, it was like I kind of forgot, and this happens sometimes. We forget some of the messages and the things that have helped us. I forgot to give myself permission to suck. And so I sort of sat down this morning and I said, why do I have to like do some amazing coaching pitch? Just because today's the last day of this like 18-week deal thing? Why does this have to be like the best fucking coaching pitch ever? Why do I have to like make the most of the final day? Why do I have this idea of like it's now or never, motherfucker, and like saying that to myself rather than you guys? Like, why did I feel like it's now or never? It's not. It's not like I'm shutting the coaching program down today. It's not like we don't continue like coaching people and building this channel and building the Spotify and building my blog and all of that. But I was putting this insane pressure on myself that I have to have the perfect thing to say. And so I sat there and I thought, like, what do I actually want to say to you guys, to you girls, to you others, to you animals, to you fucking inanimate objects who are listening? Like, what do I actually want to say? And I thought about it and I was like, there's a couple of different things I want to say. The first thing I want to say is I would love it if you signed up for the coaching program. Nothing would make me happier. You would be paying my bills. You would be paying Cam's bills. You would be paying Imogen's bills. You would be allowing me to help you, which is the thing that I get the most amount of pleasure from. You'd be allowing me to show you the life that you're allowed to live and give you a taste of the things that I know you're capable of achieving. And then the second thing that I want to say, and the thing that's probably even more important than that, is I would love it if you don't sign up for coaching. If you don't want to sign up for coaching, I would love that. Obviously, a big part of my channel, a big part of my philosophy, a big part of my message is I want you all to do whatever it is that you want to do. I actually ended up having a bit of a conversation about this today with a coaching client. I had a guy that paid for one of those $200 coaching calls. I just jumped off the call with him literally 5 minutes ago, and we had a big long conversation where I said to him at the end, do you want to sign up for the proper coaching program? And he obviously said, I would love to, but I just don't have the money, blah, blah, blah. But like, essentially, no, thank you. And we had a big conversation about how, I love that. I love when someone says no to me because it's teaching me boundaries. They're showing me, hey, I can enforce my own boundaries and say no when I don't want to do something. That fucking teaches me, Andy, about boundaries. I'm someone that didn't always have strong boundaries. I really struggled to say no. It's why I was in a relationship where, and she was doing her best, and I wasn't an angel either, but I was in a relationship with someone who used violence a lot, or not a lot, but quite often used violence. And I wasn't able to say no to that because I didn't have boundaries. I'm someone that's really struggled to stand up for myself in the past. I'm pretty good at it now, but for a long time, I really struggled with that. And so when someone says no to me, they're reminding me of like, hey, Andy, remember that time when you struggled to say no? This person's showing you tremendous courage by being able to say no. Isn't that beautiful? They're teaching you something. Anytime I hear someone say no, it also brings me back to a place of gratitude, reminding myself, like, why am I doing this? Well, to help people. Okay, the most helpful thing for this person would be, well, they've decided that the most helpful thing for them is, I don't want to sign up for the coaching. Cool, great, beautiful. Another big reason that I do all of this is to teach all of you that you're allowed to, or encourage you to see that you're allowed to want whatever it is that you want, regardless of what anyone might think, regardless of what anyone might say, regardless of whether or not they think that's a good decision or not. And what better way than to lead, what better way to lead from the front than by that, by someone saying no and me really, really, really embodying that safe space where you feel like you can say no to me, and me being okay with that and showing you that it's okay to say no. So I went through these sort of reasons, and I always do every time someone says no. I mentally in my head, I'm like, what are 5 reasons this is a good thing that this person said no? What are 5 reasons I'm grateful that they said no? And that can be a woman that you approach and she says, hey, I'm not interested. What's a couple of reasons you're glad she's not interested? You approach a client, you say, or a potential client, would you like to give me money? Can I offer you something in exchange for this money? If they say no, what are 5 reasons that's a good thing? Your boss just kind of says no to a promotion or something. What's 5 reasons that's a good thing? Well, how can I make it a good thing? So that brings me to the final thing I guess I want to say here, which is, when I was sitting there saying, what do I want to say in this video? In this video, I've put all this pressure on myself, and it's the final video of the coaching deal that I have at this point in time. What is the thing that I want to get across to you guys and girls and anyone who's not a guy or a girl? I don't know who else is not a guy and a girl. I've annoyed a whole lot of... We won't go there. What do I want to say to you guys and girls and you others? I think more than anything, I want to say I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful I get to be in this position. I'm grateful I get to coach people. I'm grateful I get to do content. I'm grateful you listen. I'm grateful the comments that you leave are so incredibly positive. I'm grateful for everyone who's ever emailed me and said, hey, I did this and this and this. Here's what I've achieved. I'm grateful for anyone who's ever asked a question. I'm grateful for everyone who's ever left criticism, because you helped me grow. You helped me realize that we're all friends. And you help show me that not everyone is going to say exactly what I want them to say at every moment in time. I'm grateful for everybody who's ever been with me on this journey, whether you came from the very beginning or you're a more recent addition. Given how much the channel has increased in size over the last couple of months, half of you who are here have only been here in the last 3 months, and so you're new to the channel. I'm grateful that you came and decided to stay. I'm grateful for everybody who's brave enough to run towards their fears. I'm grateful for everyone who maybe isn't at that point in time. They're not quite ready to run towards their fears. I'm grateful for you too. And more than anything, I just want to say, and I think this is probably the best summation of all of that, I'm just grateful. I don't know any way to say it other than that, but I'm really, really, really grateful.